What's up? What's up? What's up, beautiful people? It's Pretty Girl Love Trap content here in the midst of eating her cereal, okay? Y'all, church about to be real ratchet today, okay? Because your girl just low-key woke up. Well, I've been up off and on all morning, but I woke up for real, 5 minutes ago. So your girl was hungry, okay? So I'm over here eating my little granola cereal. I hope y'all don't mind, okay? Church about to be real ratchet. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, okay? I was hungry. Let me go ahead and stop chopping in your ear, okay? So, while I take this last bite, can y'all please like this video? Subscribe if you are not a subscriber already, okay? Let's get down in the chat to talk about this episode. And if you're watching the replay, let's discuss in the comments, okay? And if y'all don't mind, if y'all can share this, please. You know what I'm saying? If you're part of, any Discords, share the link, okay? Social media, share the link. I mean, help your girl out, okay? Help your girl out. But I want to thank you, Matthew, for being here early. What's up? Kara KU as well. Anthony Rogers, DeMarcus, Stephen Harris, Matthew Wilson. What's up? DeMarcus, he says Michael Rainey's 24th birthday. Okay. Happy birthday, Michael Rainey. I don't know why I thought his birthday was like in August or something. Let's see here. You said feed the body and cleanse the soul. Thank you. Okay. Our souls need cleansing because these souls that we about to talk about on here about this TV show, they need cleansing as well. Okay. Thank you so much, DeMarcus. You started early, put money in the collection plate. Like, this is what I'm talking about, you guys. I'm just saying, thank you so much, DeMarcus. I appreciate your support. Thank you for the super chat. Monica M, good morning, hun. How are you? Samira, thank y'all so much, okay? Because we got to get into some things, all right? Let's just, Lord. Y'all bear with me for this episode, okay? I'll recap it, but I'll let you know my thoughts, of course, throughout and at the end. But we start off with, Carter giving a very much, fake speech. What wasn't fake? Because I do feel he cared about Felicia, okay? But he's very much lying about the cause of death, okay? Somehow he pulled a little abracadabra and made her unaliving appear to be the cause of a fatal car crash, okay? God bless him and Drew, because they probably had to do a lot of cleaning up in that house, okay? Y'all didn't wake little Timmy up. Little Timmy, you didn't wake up with all that cleaning or whatever? I don't know. But I guess they apparently moved the body. They staged the whole car situation. Like, that is a lot. That is a lot. But Nico is not buying it, okay? He's known Carter to lie and have these elaborate excuses, okay? So he's not buying it at all. He was like, car crash? Like, what the F you talking about? What really happened, Carter? But Carter is lying to us, through his teeth, okay? He's telling Nico, it's exactly how I said it. It's exactly how I said it. And Nico know he lying. So, of course, Nico is not trusting Carter at all at this point. Meanwhile, we see Nico and Carter take Drew to his new job, okay? So Drew is now overseeing Zion's spot. Now, in the course of this episode, I'm asking myself, does Carter truly believe he can trust Drew? Has Drew really done enough to show Carter, like, hey, you can trust me? Because we know Carter don't trust at this point Monet and Tariq. Because Drew was the first person to ask Carter, well, what if we report you? He was the first person on that snitching tip. You know what I'm saying? Like when Carter ran up on them when they were trying to steal the work, right? So I don't know if Carter at one point believed Drew and he gonna line him up eventually, or he completely believes Drew. I don't know. I just feel like Carter knows he should know not to trust any of the Tejadas, but he also trusted Monet's information about who she stole the drugs from initially, right? So I don't know, Carter. I hate when they do this when it comes to like ops and plugs and these quote unquote scary characters, these opposition points, because they beef them up so much in the beginning and they take such a fall from grace or lack of grace in a matter of a couple episodes. Like, granted, Carter has been around since episode 1. It's episode 8. So it's not really a couple episodes, but it's just, I don't know, it's just mad annoying to me where they just make a character weak when they were very much strong in our initial introduction to them. Now, I wouldn't mind it if it was a slow burn. I understand book 2 is not slow burning at all. It's never been about the slow burn, but I don't know. They just do this so often. It gets annoying. But anywho, I'm gonna just ride this ride. Okay. What's up, young champ? Matthew Wilson. Thank y'all for coming through. So we have a meeting, right? With Noma and Kane, Monet and Tariq at the Penthouse, right? So Monet, wasn't you supposed to put this Penthouse on the market? Because y'all always over there struggling for coinage, but you guys have prime real estate available right there. Okay, this was an inherited property from Mecca to Zeke. Put this damn thing on the market, okay? Kane, he about to be over there with Noma for a little minute, so you might as well go ahead and put this little Penthouse on the market, because you always struggling for some coinage, okay? Like, girl, stop playing with me. Anywho, Tariq is offering Noma to take Carter out. Tariq is always offering to take somebody out for Noma. And Noma, she has a little bit of sense, right? Because she's like, okay, so what true evidence does this guy have on me? And they constantly avoid the answer. She asked them at least twice, and they are not answering her, right? So Noma declined. She said, no, I'm good. I ain't trying to have no beef with the NYP of the D, okay? I'm not trying to do that at all, right? So she also tells Monet about her and Kane's engagement. Of course, Monet. I swear, Lord knows I love Mary J. of the Blige, okay? I love her artistry, but Monet Tejada, I swear, it's just, I just need more range. I need more range, because every time Monet and Kane are in the same room, she's calling him P-Whip. She's always angry. Like, it's just, I don't know, it's just giving one note. It's giving one note. And that's ironic from, coming from a singer, okay? But, of course, Noma, she's blowing up this engagement in front of everybody, right? So Noma tells Kane to find out what Carter really knows about her and how Carter got her name, okay? At this point, Tariq and Monet has left, right? So Davis comes into the Penthouse and he brings her all these documents, tax returns, tax filings, and just will things, like all these important documents, right? And so he's like, what's going on here? Are y'all about to flee, start a business, get married? And Kane was like, yeah, we about to get these nuptials going on, okay? And so Carter is not Carter, but Davis is very much annoyed. I don't know why this beef between Davis and Kane is giving very much hilarious to me. But I'm like, are y'all really fighting over P, or are y'all fighting for position? Well, is actually a P too. So which P are y'all fighting for? Because I mean, clearly y'all down with OPP. So I don't know, but Davis, your days are numbered, sir. He is not happy that Noma did not consult him regarding this decision. And then we see Effie come in. She has been summoned. Everybody in and out this goddamn penthouse. So Noma wants Effie to create a little like digital footprint for Kane so it can look believable that they are actually getting married and they're a happy couple, yada, yada, yada. But in the midst of this, Noma is flashing this ring and this engagement in Effie's face. And I'm like, Noma, you are a bird. Like, you are clearly old enough to be Effie's mother. But you over here just trying to make her jealous. Like, that's so weak and that's so lame. Like, I don't know what type of maturity level. Like, it's weird. It's given very much weird. It's not very cutesy. It's not very demure. Like, I don't understand this character. I never liked Noma's character per se because I feel like they could have wrote her better, but that was lame. But she tells Effie and Kane, like, whatever y'all had going on, it gotta stop, okay? Because we about to get murdered, okay? We about to get married, right? So Davis leaves the penthouse and immediately meets with Monet and Tariq, right? And so of course, Reek, he has a sense of urgency to get all this wrapped up, right? And so he tells Davis about his plan or their plan to take out Carter. And so Davis was like, I can't really give you no information when it comes to Noma. Okay, she's my client. And Tariq was like, what the hell? Like, no, sir. You are in this position because you here for me. Like, what we doing here? Like, it seems like Davis low-key forgot a minute. I mean, I know he's trying to protect himself, but sir, no, we're not doing that, okay? So he confirms his allegiance with Tariq and Monet, right? Really Tariq, because Monet, not so much. So he gives them a little gem, right? So he hands them some documents regarding Aircraft Global, which is like a front business that Noma has, but it needs to be owned by a citizen. And that, is why Kane is mixed up into this, right? So Davis tells them that Sterling Reynolds is the new guy that Noma is going to need to be meeting with so she can get in with the government. Okay? Jesus. And you could tell by that scene, the way Davis' facial expression is, you could tell he knows he's in a pretty interesting predicament. And I don't see Davis lasting throughout this season. I mean, I'm sorry, he done messed up. He done found himself in a pickle, and Noma's gonna tag that ass. Okay, Davis, I'm sorry. You better get as much pee as you can because your days are numbered. Okay, your wife is actually not needs to be a part of this divorce negotiations because she about to be a widow. Okay, before the divorce is final, and she ain't got to fight for nothing. Okay, she gonna get 100% versus 50 of the percent. Okay. Let me see what y'all talking about before I move any further. Yeah, young champ. That banter was fire, right? David said, college profile better be community. Effie, I pray, Effie, girl, you better stay that dad Kane went to ICDC college or DeVry, because if you put Ivy League or even Howard or I don't care, girl. Like, no. Effie, I hope you were smart enough to make it make sense. I hope you realize how many brain cells Kane has, okay? Because what we doing here? What's up, Detroit? Thank you for coming through. Monica M, you said Kane is a whole clown. I like Kane, though. I like Kane. He needs prayer. He needs to be lifted up in prayer, okay? Steven, you said Noma doesn't even convey international drug dealer. That is facts. I'm tired. I'm tired. What's up, Shawnee 12? Thank you for coming through. What's up, Miss Kira? How are you? What's up, Monique? You said they need to go ahead and leak the last 2 episodes. No, I hate leaks. I don't want them to do that. But I am I'm kind of over it at this point. What's up, Dexter? You said Kane told Adam's assistant that he went to Clark University. He did. He did. But I don't think that detail will come back to haunt him. It could, but I don't know if that even matters. But yeah, Kane is definitely living in the world of delusional. Okay. Pray for him, you guys. So speaking of Kane, he visits Drew at his new job, right? And of course, they going back and forth. They got so much heat for each other. Like, can't we just all just get along? Poppy's no longer with us. Like, why are y'all over here having a pissing contest? Like, I'm so aggravated with this little beef between Kane and Drew because it seems very much unnecessary to me. Like, y'all really need to be beefing with y'all mama, okay? That's the real op. If y'all want to keep it real, like, stop all this. I'm not interested in this Kane and Drew beef. I'm really not. But they're pretty much kind of ops at this point. You know, Kane is riding with Noma. Drew is so-called riding with Carter. So I get it, but it's annoying nonetheless, right? So we see Noma tell Anya that she's marrying Kane for business. And Anya, she tired, okay? She's giving Tariq circa 2016, okay? She tired. She just want to know the truth. She tired of being lied to. She asking her mother, like, hey, is the police after you? Like, what happened to dad? Like, for real, for real. So Noma, here I thought. I was being very much naive because I thought Noma was going to just straight tell Anya the truth, okay? I thought she had a little bit of decency in her, but I was wrong, okay? She pretty much told Anya that her pops pretty much died because he was over there selling that work, okay? Now, something told me to go back, and I'm pretty sure maybe DeMarcus has the answer. Like, I do know that Anya's dad was in some ish because he had goons, he had people beating up Braden, but I can't actually confirm or deny if he was actually selling work. I know he was like kind of, he was sleazy, dirty on some level, I believe, but I can't quite put my finger on exactly what Anya's dad was into. But nonetheless, Noma, she assumes no accountability and responsibility and truth in this conversation, and just pretty much stated that her father is deceased at the hands of being a drug dealer, okay? Actually a trafficker. And that's why she said she had to leave him, and that's why she couldn't tell Anya the truth, okay, because that was his wishes. And this is I don't want to go on a rant, y'all. But this is why y'all kids be getting so caught up because they're over there la walking down the street like Ezel on Friday because they don't think nothing is going on around them in terms of danger. And that's why these kids get kidnapped and hoodwinked because they don't know what's going on. If you straight tell her like, yo, look out for Tariq because he low-key the ops, then maybe, she could be better prepared if she found herself in an interesting predicament that may cause her life. But y'all want to keep lying to these kids, even though y'all out here in this dangerous world. Like, that's so aggravating to me. Just tell the girl the truth. She's maybe not about you offering her dad. You could probably keep that to yourself. But tell her what you are into. That makes life so much easier. Like, I'm tired, Noma. Okay? Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't want to crash out today, you guys. This is not a good day for crash out time. What's up, Monique? 69 Ways Johnson. How are you? Thank you for coming through. So, speaking of crash out, you guys. Braden, he's over there with Tariq, right? He's moving out because he feels as though it's time for him and L to move in together. And I am confusion, right? Because did Braden quit his job with the real estate company? That's one question I have. Two, you over there crashing at Tariq's room. So are you trying to say you're trying to get an apartment with L? Because she lives on campus. You're barely in a position where your bread is back up. Where are you going, Braden? Like, how? Oh my God. It's really giving Bobby and Whitney fast track. Like y'all doing too much. Y'all doing too much. Braden, you are not just I'm tired of Braden. I'm sorry. He can go. The things he's done this episode, he can very much exit stage left for me. Okay. Nonetheless, he goes to Elle's room, knocks on the door. Brushandria opens the door and she says something happened to Elle. So Elle is over there with the blue lips and she done OD'd. I thought she was actually deceased. So she's all frazzled, but I'm confused, right? Because the way it looks, Brushandria did not know that Braden was going to be over there or coming there. Why? What was you doing in that room with her, Brushandria? Was you freaking out because you helped her get the drugs? Because when Brushandria was talking to Diana and Diana asked about Elle, Brushandria pretty much stated like, you know, I'm not a bad person. I'm not trying to get nobody hurt or killed, something like that. So I don't know if Brushandria was the link between Elle and Elle's dealer. I don't know. It was very much weird because why are the paramedics not en route already before Braden got there? Like, I don't know. Maybe Brushandria is one of those, you know, type of girls like, hey, you know, I don't want to get nobody in trouble. But the girl got the blue lips, Brushandria. Okay, call for help. Call for help. Like, why did Braden have to come in and tell her to call for help? Brushandria, you low-key gotta go too, girl. You gotta go. I wanted more for your character. I especially thought something was gonna be there with her working with Tate. Like, I thought, you know, something was gonna be brewing there. Because I actually liked her character. But girl, what we doing here? You are bad luck. For real, for real. Oh, thank you so much for the cash apps, Matthew and Kim. Thank y'all so. Oh, y'all blessing y'all girl today. I appreciate y'all. Y'all, I'm about to shed a thug tear over here. Y'all over here blessing me. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day when Jesus was. Sorry, I did not mean to hurt y'all ears. Okay, I just needed to break out in a little song. Okay, a little song for the occasion. Okay, thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. If y'all want, every time y'all do a donation, I could bust out a nice little cute rendition of a little gospel track. You know what I'm saying? I'm no Yolanda Adams. I'm sorry. I could do a little Kurt Franklin because you know he low key the P Diddy of gospel. I could do a couple ad libs, whatever, but y'all not really gonna get no pipes out of PG, okay? I mean, I used to do a little me back in the day, but it ain't there. It ain't there no more, okay? I'm sorry. But I appreciate y'all nonetheless, okay? What's up, Blaze? Thank you for coming through. Y'all. So yes, Brushandria, she gotta go. So Braden is at the hospital. He takes Elle's phone, find the, you know, communication between Elle and her dealer, Steve, right? He calls Reek for help to quote unquote scare Steve, right? First of all, when have y'all known Tariq and or Braden to just pop at somebody's crib just to scare them? No, y'all already know the equation. If you add Tariq plus B equal in Braden, that equals a blicky, okay? That equals bloodshed. Like, no, y'all don't just go nowhere to scare nobody. Y'all don't know y'all track record? Come on, stop playing with me. Y'all both came there strapped. I mean, rightfully so. But please. I mean, Tariq, you already know Braden is a crash out. Like, I don't know what you expected from that interaction, but you shouldn't be surprised, sir. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And Braden, don't get me wrong. I'm a little bit with Braden when he came to like Tariq, like, yo, you're not the only one, you know, that is sanctioned to be over here seeking revenge on people. I get it, Braden, but that was very much messy. Now, if you would have told me, like, Reek, I'm ready to murk this fool, Reek would have been like, cool, and he would have came up with a plan A, B, C, or D. Okay, we got to have a plan on how to attack, plan how to dispose the body. We needed an alibi. Like, Reek is going to break down what needs to be done to make sure the M is covered. But see you over there wilding out like the locks. Like, what we doing here, Braden? And for a chick that you know for like probably 2 months, if that. Oh, God. So I don't know. I don't know if you're going to go down for this, Braden. I very much did not like the scene when they escaped through the fire escape because we already know the St. Patrick's do not have a good history when it comes to fire escape. So I was a little triggered. Okay. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. That seemed very much weird because it seems like the fire escape was in the front of the building. Of course, we already know these streets. We have the cameras. Lord, I'm so tired of Braden. I don't know. This is the episode of me being tired of damn near everybody. So y'all gotta bear with me and my energy because these people are getting on my nerves. Okay. Thank you so much, Matthew Wilson. You said give us that Kirk stuff. No, I'm sorry. Felicia done gave Diana that Kurt Franklin stomp treatment last episode. Like, I'm not. I'm not. GP, are you with me? Oh yeah, we got the church. We ain't going nowhere. Thank you so much, Matthew Wilson. Thank you, DeMarcus. You said no more annoying Blanca and Noma. I definitely thought we was gonna see Type Team Blanca Rodriguez this season, and maybe that was in the works. Maybe we're gonna see her in Force. Oh God, sorry, I get triggered when I say the word Force. But yeah, I don't miss her, but I definitely thought that we was gonna see Type Team Blanca, but I guess they decided on Nightmare on Light Skin Street, Detective Green Eyes. Yeah, Michael Ealy. I guess he was the winner of the annoying cop of this season. Okay. Monica M, you said the writers have messed up all the characters this season. They should have kept the old writers. Yeah, something is off. Like something is weird. I don't know what. I don't know. DeMarcus, you said Elle reminds me of Amira from Bel Air with the overdose scene. Yeah, it felt very much familiar. Okay, y'all, just please pray for these kids. Come on, like if I was stressed out, all I needed was an Arizona and maybe a Kit Kat or a Snicker bar, okay, or a nap. Okay, I didn't need no cocaine to deal with no stress. Give me a nap, a little snack, and I was straight. These kids be going through it, okay? Oh, pray for, I believe the children are the future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. So that was free, y'all. That was free. So Monet visits Kane. Of course, she has the same energy since she's been having for 5 episodes, okay? Noma's using you, yada, yada, yada. You betraying me by being with her. And Kane was like, betrayal. Like, what? What about Carter? You over here snitching to Carter? And he was like, you gonna get me and Drew killed for this ish. And I'm like, ooh. Like, certain lines stick out to me when I watch these episodes. And I got a couple little goosebumps in the back of my neck when he said that. Because I was like, ooh, what if Kane and Drew both go out due to this beef? What do y'all think about that? I definitely feel like one of the brothers, I don't know, I feel like Drew is honestly on my list to go in terms of the storyline, right? Because he's flying too close to the sun to me. Like, you over here with Carter, and Carter got 50-11 ops right now. So I don't know. I really see Drew leaving us in the next 2 weeks, y'all. But Kane was like, mother, let's make a deal, okay? You get out of my face, going over there to David's Bridal or the Dress Barn. Well, sorry, we're talking about Monet. Let's go on over there to Nordstrom's and Neiman Marcus. Find you a nice little mother of the, groom dress and prepare for this wedding. And I promise I won't tell Noma you over there snitching, okay? Of course, she leaves angry as always. But before she does, Anya's walking in. And she's like, oh, I thought she was getting married because she probably thinking Anya just some little random little, little situation for Kane. Little does she know, Anya, of course, is Noma's daughter. So Anya, she's over there at the penthouse because everybody's at the penthouse, okay? And she's asking Kane, so who are you? Okay. So apparently she thinks Kane works at a bar. I guess that's the story that her mother gave her. And Anya was like, "You can't fool me, okay? Y'all are like the Gottis of the ghetto, y'all." When she said that, I literally cackled out loud because I'm like, they are definitely the Gottis of the ghetto. Whoever wrote that line, that was cute. That was cute. I definitely was like, yeah, that's definitely a great name for them because, well, even the Gottis probably wasn't struggling like them, but I liked it. It was cute or whatever. But she's asking Kane, like, yo, does my mom sell drugs? And he was like, girl, no. I'm over here trying to prepare to be your stepdaddy. So here's a little change. Go shopping and get out of my face, okay? Jesus, somebody tell this girl the truth. She has deserved that, okay? Lord. Meanwhile, we at school, right? Well, not the school that she should be at. Diana is at Cole School. Well, it looks like it's Cole School, or she's at some random elementary school, right? Because she's watching all of these mothers walking their children out of school and taking them home. So she's feeling very much regretful. So much so she goes over there to her school and bothers Tariq in his dorm and expressing how guilty she feels. You know, she made little, Cole, aka little Timmy, an orphan, you know what I'm saying? So she's feeling very much sad. And she's expressing that she just wants a regular family and a regular life, yada, yada, yada. Girl, stop all that, please. Please. We're a good 20 years old right now. I'm going to need you to let that dream go, at least for right now, girl, because you in too deep. You are in too deep more than LL right now, girl. Like, what are we doing here? Like, I don't want to hear nothing about you over here sad, okay? The violin is not available for use. I don't want to hear no sob story, ma'am. So she's asking Ricky well, suppose we try to, rekindle a little something. So he was like, girl, what you talking about? So they over there smooching on the bed. Okay, they're like, Tariq, have you even changed your sheets? Probably not, because you know how dudes are. I can see Rick over there just put a little Febreze on it and just carry on and be with the next chick, right? So she's over there kissing, and Tariq, he goes to the drawer like a responsible young adult and get some protection. And she like, fool, what we need that for? We try to be over here going half on the baby. He was like, I'm not trying to go half on the baby. I didn't want to go half on the baby then, and I'm not trying to go half on the baby now. I mean, he didn't say all that, but you can tell that's what he's thinking. She gets upset because he want to be safe. Because she really want to do over. Like, girl, we literally just went through all of this drama because of the baby we just lost, and you want to start over? Oh my God, Diana she's a bird. And don't get me wrong, I definitely understand the psychology of what she's going through, and I understand the severity of it. But girl, take it as a low-key blessing, because you and Tariq St. Patrick did not need to procreate at all. Oh my God. This is too much, you guys. Like, your body ain't even healed yet. You left the hospital 2 days ago. Make sure your poom is even ready for some action before you try to have a whole nother baby. Oh my God. Yes, Miss Kira, the Febreze child. Would you rather the Febreze or the baby oil? I think the Febreze is, it's giving, teenage boy. Sure. Stephen Harris, what's up? You said, into a stubborn sociopath thug in season 1 and season 2, there were at least more layers in his character. Who are you talking about? Maybe I missed it. Oh, you agree, young champ. She is a bird. She is definitely a bird. I'm tired, but every time I see the Tejada kids make a dumb decision, I just have to go back to Monet. I'm sorry. It's all her doing. It's all her work. Okay. She had the baby girl whipping up and measuring and bagging up work before she went to 3rd grade every morning. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's Monet. So, speaking of which, we see Monet, Reek, Carter, and Drew meet up. I don't know why these meetups are getting too cheesy to me. Like, If they were happening, sporadically, I would be like, okay, this is cool, but they're literally meeting up in fours every other scene. Like, it's giving overdone. It's giving doing too much, right? So Monique, I said Monique. That should be their little team name, Tariq and Monet. They're Monique. Okay. So they tell Carter Noma's play, right, to bribe Sterling Reynolds for government contracts, right? So, of course, Carter, he's going to take that information and do what he do. So before the meeting is adjourned, right? Well, the meeting is adjourned, and then Monet, she pulls Drew back, right? Because she's trying to be a mother for 5 minutes. And she's, pretty much telling Drew, like, why are you doing this? This is not who you are. Reporting to cops? What we doing here? Girl, you don't even know, and you don't even care who your son is, okay? He tried to be who he wanted to be. Not go to the army, but he just wanted to be Picasso. And you did not allow Drew to be Picasso. So you can't be mad at Drew for doing other things. Like, girl, I don't want to hear none of that. Don't talk me off nothing, because you are to blame, ma'am. Okay? And Drew was like, ma'am, I had to save this family, because if he found out about the cop, Felicia, we all would have been murked. Okay? So I saved us, right? And he was like, baby girl, maybe it wasn't just the business that I was having issue with. Maybe it's having business dealings with the family. You ever thought of that? Because between you and Kane, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So Drew, he acted like he about that life, right? Now we know Drew is a little ticky boom boom. He a little wrapped around. He's wrapped around the dynamite a little bit. Like, he's a little explosive, but I still blame Monet, okay? And she had the nerve to say, hey, are you using Carter as some daddy substitute? He was like, I wouldn't need no goddamn substitute. I was like, ooh. She felt that a little bit. She felt that, because he was really about to spaz out on her. He was like, you know what? Wusa, num your whole ring and kill. He was over there just trying to calm his nerves, because he's like, I know this woman not in my face. Tell me I'm over here trying to find a fake daddy where you killed my real daddy. So he tells her, I am being trusted for some king right now, okay? And I like it. So get the F out my face, Monet. I mean, I don't think he said that last part, but it felt good. It felt good saying that, so I said it for him, okay? So, of course, Monet, you're not getting through to your kids. Like, don't you understand? They don't listen. You told Diana to chill out on Felicia. She didn't listen. You told Kay don't F with Noma. He don't listen. You telling Drew not to F with Carter. He not listening. So stop talking and do something else, because what you're doing right now is not working at all. Like, Monet, you can go to. Let's start a list of who all can go, because you are on the list too, Monet Tejada. I'm tired. I am tired. Oh, Jesus Christ. So, Kane, he visits Effie at her dorm room, right? And he's explaining to her, that this marriage situation is on the fake. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's trying to secure his future, just like she's trying to secure her future with the robots, okay? And he expresses that he cares about her, and he got her back. You know what I'm saying? So she's not trying to hear that, okay? She's like, I gotta go ahead and finish your fake little profile. So goodbye, Kate, okay? I can't really love this girl. At this point, don't get me wrong, the little 5% bird in me, I wouldn't mind a relationship. But none of these kids, they need therapy, not relationships, okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Call Dr. Phil or somebody, because no. Y'all just all need to be single and get therapy, okay? So next morning, Drew shows up to work, you know what I'm saying, like a good employee, just to find out that Kane and Noma purchased the building that he's working at, okay? And I purchased the little Fight Club situation. So, he's upset. So what does he do? He goes to the penthouse, logs into Kane's laptop and finds information on the new shipment for the guns. I'm like, hold on. Now I gotta let this go because this is book 2. Okay, this is on brand. This is on par. But Drew should not even have access to this penthouse any longer. Like, don't get me wrong, Kane, he give me a minute, you guys. Give me a minute. Because Kane, yes, he underestimates Drew all the time, right? So that is expected. But you just literally made a move where I feel like you should have been on defense. And I'm speaking of Kane. Like, you just did a Trump move, pun intended, by purchasing said real estate. Effing up Drew's position. So you don't think, hey, my brother, he a little cray-cray, I need to be on alert. And even if he wasn't, like, you don't get no alerts on your phone. You don't got no type of security apps on your phone to see who's coming and going to the penthouse. I'm tired. And all I could think about was, what was Kane's password? Because it was a long password, but Drew figured it out on the second try. Like, was it Kane, I'm that nigga, Tejada? Like, I want to know what was his password. I don't know why. That's the petty part of me. I just wanted to know the password because Drew was able to figure it out. But Drew, and the fact that, I don't know, if I'm a drug dealer, I don't know if I'm going to have a laptop with my name, Kane Tejada, linked to it, and then have it connected, of course, to my text messages that has all this information about me and my drug life. Why are we not using burner phones? Things that make you go, like, this makes no sense. But we have to ride with it, right? So Drew tells Carter about Noma's shipment. Carter was like, I don't know. I already got a plan for Noma. But Drew was like, we need to press a little harder, okay? Because I got ops that I need to deal with. Oh, my God. This is too much. And the only reason I feel like Carter really bought it is because Drew was like, this is going to cause more violence on the streets because Noma is moving in hood to hood, okay? So we need to nip this situation in the bud. And, of course, Carter acts like he's not about the violence, okay? So there's that. But the whole time, I am thinking, like, Carter, are you really buying Drew's alliance? Like, even though Drew is serious about his alliance, but me as a dirty cop, if I'm extorting a mother and a daughter, I have the son working for me. Can I trust the son? Like, I don't know. I don't know his psyche, but we already see Carter is getting weaker by the episode. Okay. HFG, you said it had to be. I hate Tariq St. Patrick. Yes, it probably was. It probably was. Oh my gosh. Blaze, you said leaving literal evidence of a criminal enterprise on a personal laptop that's easily accessible is wildly foolish. That is facts, but that is Kane Tejada. That is Kane Tejada. Okay. Miss Kira, you said I hate Tariq, or Tariq is a BS was the password. Yeah, it definitely had Tariq in there. Oh God. So, unpopular opinion, I love the classroom scenes. Like, this is probably the first. Well, we had like maybe 1 or 2 classroom scenes early in the season. A lot of people don't like them, but I do. So, because it always, threads the theme of the episode. So they're discussing, natural versus moral evil, like an earthquake versus a murder, right? So I feel like that's actually a great discussion. Everybody's tuned in except for Diana because she is stalking Felicia's Instagram page. It's giving Mariah Carey. Why are you so obsessed? Like, I get it. It's your first body. And this is the annoying part because I know you took her life, Diana. but she also took your child's life. And she also broke your snow clothes. She also stole from you. Like, she did a lot. She also propositioned you, and not even propositioned you. She forced you and forced your hand to murk another drug dealer. Like, girl, please, with the Ralph trans fans, get out of the sensitivity mode because I am tired. Like, girl, what we doing? Like, Diana is giving me, she's going to turn herself in. I don't know why. I hope she don't, but it's giving a confession. It's giving Usher. Because, girl, you're making me nervous. If she ain't going to do that, she's going to get more savage and maybe be the next Monet. Or maybe she would get to the point where she blames Monet for everything and do something to Monet. I don't know. I don't know where Diana's character is going to go. But as of now, she's giving me, I'm going to walk my behind in that police station and tell them everything that I did. Yeah. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous because she's feeling a little too guilty for me and for my liking, right? So after class, she talks to Brushandria and confides in her. But I'm like, hold up, where is the smoke for Brushandria? Because this girl straight told all your business. Like, we not about to be cool. I'm sorry. I understand we're probably one of 18 black girls in this school, but what we not going to do is be cool. And not cool enough for me to confide in you again. Really, she didn't confide in her in the first place because Brushandria was being nosy looking on her phone. But anywho, we already know Diana, the brain cells, they're not operating properly, right? So Brushandria does give her sound advice on how to carry on with life, telling her, like, just focus on being a good student, because having a baby is hard, okay? Like, you don't need none of that. Like, chill out. So she does give Diana some good advice. But then she did ask about Elle. And that's when Brushandria pretty much stated, like, hey, it's touch and go. I'm not a bad person. I'm not one to be like, getting nobody hurt or something. I don't know. That line just rubbed me the wrong way. So it gives that Brushandria may have been the link between Elle and the bad drugs. I don't know. But we already know Brushandria be low-key lining people up. And I don't even know if she be realizing it, right? So... no, she said, I'm not a monster. I'm not trying to kill nobody. That's exactly what she said. So that made me a little nervous. Like, girl, what are you talking about? What are we doing here? Exactly, young champ. She told last time, you finna tell her again. Like, even the response she gave was like, you got to promise not to tell nobody. She rolled her eyes like, okay, girl. And Diana took that as confirmation that she was gonna get her mouth shut. Like, Diana, she just told you, hell, I don't give a good idea what you asking me. I'm gonna run my mouth immediately. Okay, like, girl. She literally rolled her eyes. I was like, okay, girl. I'm sorry, that was hilarious. Oh, I cannot. Blaze, you said technically the troubles the Tejadas are currently facing is Monet's fault. I mean, what did you expect would happen getting your children involved in the gun drug game? She don't think. Monet do not think at all. She gives Tommy a little bit, now that I think about it. Because they're always reactive, never proactive. The only time Monet is proactive if Tariq is in her ear giving her sound advice. And that's a good goddamn shame that someone at least half your age is your thinking piece. Like, what are we doing here? But she gives, like I said, she gives Tommy. And Tariq is giving her her ghost, because Ghost and Tariq are always, most likely, they're going to have a plan A, B, or C. Or if they have a plan A, they always plan for the what if. If they don't plan for the what if, they are so like forward thinking and fast on their feet mentally and physically that they can come up with another option ASAP. Monet, you can go. Your whole family can go. Honestly, at this point, the only Tejada I really like or could deal with is Kane. And I know that's probably unpopular opinion, but that's the only one I can actually live with just the rest of the show. Because the rest, y'all can go. Abdullah, what's up? You said when Brushandria mentioned her cousin got pregnant, I immediately thought of Ray Ray's cousin. That's interesting. Destiny. What's her name? Destiny? So are you trying to say Destiny has Tariq baby? Oh, here we go. Here we go. See, I'm not gonna go down the rabbit hole with you, Abdullah. I see where you going. I see what you cooking, but I'm not eating it, okay? But no, I understand. I understand where you're going. But that's another 20 minutes I could spend, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Church is not supposed to be this long today, okay? Dexter, you said Diana's going to spill her guts like Lulu did. Ooh, child. Y'all, give me like 5 seconds, because I have to give me a drink of water. Just listen to this commercial real quick.
This Pretty Girl Loves Trap content. You are listening to the soothing sounds of Pretty Girl Loves Trap content. And the trappiest content you, yes, I said you, can listen to. Make sure y'all follow her channel. She's always on there. You need any refreshers on power, go to Pretty Girl Loves Trap content's channel. She break it all the way down. If I can understand it, you can understand it. It's easy to follow. Just listen to it in the background, you know. They say put on soothing music to babies when they're going to sleep. You know, you want to let babies listen to classical, but as us adults, you put on that Pretty Girl Loves Trap content when you go to sleep. You wake up, you know more about power than you ever knew. You like, damn, did I write this episode? No. That was Pretty Girl Loves Trap content in your ear.
All right, thank you guys for being patient with me. Okay, so after class, right? A lot is going on here. A lot's going on. So when Brushandria and Diana's character, they wrap up their conversation, we see Effie, minding her business. About to probably go to the cafe, the bookstore, get a little snack, probably go back to the room, do some studying. But no, she gets interrupted by her mama. Now, I did not expect, and I'm calling her Adriana because I'm a Sopranos fan. I did not expect Adriana to be popping up on my screen as Effie's mama, but I'm going to take it, right? And it's funny because the whole situation with Lauren and Braden and Effie reminded me how Adriana's ending was on The Sopranos, if y'all the Sopranos fan. But I love Adriana. I love the actress, right? So she shows up. And a lot of people were questioning like Effie's like racial background or what have you. And when we saw her at Choate with Tariq, Effie mentioned like, hey, you're one of 5 Black kids here. You're making it hot for us. So Effie aligns herself as African American, from my understanding, even though her mother is Caucasian. So she's giving me mixed. Right? So, and I always kind of felt that. But I guess it's a confirmation now that she is mixed, right? Now, I don't know if her mom is Caucasian, Anglo-Saxon, you know what I'm saying? Or she's giving Italian vibes. I don't really get none of that. She's giving me just Caucasian, okay? But nonetheless, she is there asking Effie for some financial assistance because Richard, the person that sexually violated Effie, left her for a younger woman. And I'm glad that we did hear this conversation, because a lot of people were like, Effie lied about it, yada, 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 because we heard Effie tell Tariq this story in the car when Tariq was taking Effie to the scene of the crime when it came to Diana. So a lot of people were kind of thinking like, oh no, she's lying. She was lying just to get out of it. I always felt like that was the truth, right? So I'm glad we were able to kind of debunk, those, whisperings or what have you, right? So, I mean, it's sad that it's true, but I'm glad we were able to kind of follow that up, and confirm that on the show through the dialogue, right? So, Effie, she pretty much took her mother's violin of that sad story and stomped the hell out of that goddamn violin, okay? She was like, mother, if you were on fire, I wouldn't piss on you, okay? If I had every dollar in the world, I will not give you any of them, okay? Like, F you, ma'am, okay? Like, what are we doing here? And I'm not mad at Effie at all. And don't get me wrong, Effie's mother is small in terms of a character, but she is probably numero uno, worst mother in the Power Universe. Like, you over here smashing a dude that was violating your child. And the crazy part is this happens a lot in real life. Like, I've seen or heard, of plenty of stories where a child tells their parent, yo, Uncle Johnny or stepdaddy Henry over here coming in my bed at 3 a.m. And the mother is fake delusional and either don't believe it or knows it's true, but still so thirsty for a damn man that she continues this relationship with this pedophile. And then she tries to clean it up by stating, well, I'm glad you left. You done so well. You've done more than whatever I can do. You over here in the Ivy Leagues. You glad I left? I left because you are trash. Yes, I was able to grind and get to this point, but it's without you. But she claims, oh, well, you have my brain, you have you in me. And I'm like, girl, don't be over here with the manipulation of it all. We not doing that. We not doing that. So Effie definitely stood on business. I'm not mad at all. But then her mother further goes to say that Effie is cold-hearted and that she's a bitch. And how is anyone going to love her? And I'm like, ma'am, that is on you. Like, I'm not even going to lie. I wanted to come through the TV screen and deck the shit out of her. Like, I wanted to choke this woman because what are you doing, ma'am? Like, sorry, y'all. I don't know why this pissed me off. This pissed me off. But it scared me a little bit because I'm like, okay, we're getting a couple of scenes in this episode that's showing how Effie is and why she is what she is. And I'm like, okay, are we preparing for Effie's demise? Because y'all already know sometimes what Power does, they have a good character or a character that's seemingly good. They turn them, to a place where they start committing horrible acts that prepares us and makes us okay for their death, i.e. Joe Proctor, right? But then they also sometimes have characters where they do horrible-ish. And then we start to pull back the layers and see why they are such a horrible person, and that inflicts some sort of sympathy in us. And that further also prepares us for their demise. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, y'all over here playing mind games, Power Writers, but I'm not ready to see Effie go. I'm not even gonna hold you. We already know I'm Team Effie. So we need to fix it. We need to figure it out. We need to figure it out. Because I'm a little nervous. Mommy Dearest is popping up. Effie, I wouldn't be mad if you would slap that woman on that goddamn campus. I know it's broad daylight. But you could have slapped her. I would have been okay with that. I'm sorry. What's up, Torian? Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. But yes, I'm tired, you guys. Young Champ, come on now. Joyce Thomas is not the worst mother. I'm sorry. I can't agree with that. Yeah, she made some burnt toast. The kids, yeah, they turned to the life, but I'm not putting Joyce over Effie mama. I'm sorry. Miss Kira, you said I actually like Effie better than Diana. As do I. Abdullah, you said they introduced Dre's horrible mother before he got killed. Effie is the female Dre. That is true. But the only thing is, and maybe because I'm Team Effie, I still didn't feel bad for Dre when they showed him his mama. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was toxic, toxic situation going on there. I still ain't feel bad. I ain't gonna hold you. I did not feel 1 inch of sympathy. Don't get me wrong. I got intrigued and wouldn't have been, I wouldn't have been mad if I would have saw more. Because I did want to like dig into that a little bit with his mom, but I was never sympathetic for Dre. Miss Kira said, we don't hate Effie like we did Dre, though. That's facts. That's how I feel. I can't speak for everybody. Some people may. I don't know. Is anybody in the chat? Was anybody in the chat a fan of Dre? I need to know that. Like, it's 30 some of y'all in here. I just need one person to stand in their truth. Okay? Tell the congregation if you was ever Team Dre. Like, I am very much curious and intrigued. What's up, Blaze? Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. You said this apex predator mantle that Tariq vowed to take up should have been tackled early on, like towards the end of season 1. That would have truly given us a full exploration, like father, like son. Yeah, I'm not mad at that either. But again, I don't think the writers were prepared for this to be the final season. So maybe that was a setup for this apex predator to carry on to a season 5, per se. I feel like this storyline kind of got cut off, and that's why we needed at least 15 episodes this season, or at least a season 5, because it's very much clear on how the show has taken a turn that it's very much rushed. And I'm not appreciative of it at all. And maybe, like people are hypothesizing, like, hey, maybe there's a spinoff that's going to include and carry on some of these storylines and characters. I wouldn't be surprised, but I just don't like the fact, I don't know, you know how, and I like book 2. I enjoy it as entertaining. It's not like holy grail top 10 shows ever, but we're 4 seasons in, and I feel like it just should have more substance than what's going on right now. But hey, what am I going to do? What's up, Candy? Thank you for coming through. You say you late for Trap Church, but it's okay. You showed up. I ain't one of those raggedy preachers. I don't got the usher at the door trying to hold you, you know what I'm saying, in the waiting room, until, it's time for people to come in. That used to piss me off. Yes, I'm a couple minutes late for church, but let me in. I see a little spot in the back. Let me in. Why I gotta wait to the choir finish 2 songs for you to let me in? Like, come on, what we doing here? What we doing here? Like, them ushers they would be taking their job a little too seriously, if you understand what I'm saying. But enough ranting about real church, okay? So, Effie, I'm praying for you, love. Okay. So we're still on campus, right? Broad daylight. Why is Monet Tejada and Tariq St. Patrick walking around campus broad daylight talking about their issues? First of all, have we not learned nothing, Stansfield University? Like, administrative team, come here. Let's have a talk, okay? How many people do we have to lose for us to want to beef up security and be more cautious of who we letting up on in campus? Like, Monet is giving straight queen pin with this outfit here. Tariq, he's linked to every damn near murder we had on campus. But we just over here lollygagging on the courtyard, talking about how we need to set dirty cops and plugs up. Like, this is a lie. Can we not go to a respectable area? I would even appreciate y'all going to a Starbucks. Come on, what are we doing here? Stuff like this annoys me. And maybe because, sorry, I don't want to crash out, guys. I have to stop myself from the crash out. I hope y'all understand it. I'm stopping myself mid-crash out. Of course, I am not surprised. DeMarcus Vaughn, you stated you like Dre's character. How? And honestly, I expected you to stand up and admit that you enjoy and like Dre's character. I am not even surprised. I'm not surprised. Is anyone surprised? I love you, DeMarcus. I knew it was gonna be you. I was just trying to keep my composure and be wrong. But I was right. Thank you so much for the super chat, though. I cannot. Dexter, you said no word on Salim yet. Yes. And I could have sworn that was going to be a good little piece of the end of the season, but I don't know. I guess he's still there laying in the living room, rotting like the eggs in the fridge. Like, I don't know. What's going on. It's too much, right? So Rick pretty much tells Monet that we pretty much got to set these fools up. We got to start a war between Noma and Carter so they can pretty much eventually take each other out, and all of our problems will be solved until the next episode, and then we get a new problem. Because that's how it works. That's how it works in Tariq's life. Put one fire out for another one to start. I mean, it's just a roller coaster. It's a mess, right? But it's just annoying because y'all, please, I need y'all help. Have we ever had a conversation between Tariq and Monet came up with an idea? I'll wait. I need a yes or no in the chat before I move on, because Monet, how do you be in the game for at least 20 years and not come up with any good ideas? Tariq has been trapping for maybe less than 5 years. But this youngster has enough brain capacity to save your life episode by episode. Makes no sense. And we have this woman who raised 3 people. Well, 3 people, but she birthed 4. We saw what happened to the first one. I'm just going to say that, okay? So we see Carter and his crew, they raid the arms shipment. And Drew immediately let Kane know that he was responsible for it. So Kane is, for some reason, shocked and surprised and pissed off. But I'm like, if you want to pull... My thing is, Kane, that was cute, you purchasing the building. But not you having the little Joker, knowing you don't have the big Joker. And thinking you got the big Joker. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Sir, if you don't got the big Joker, I'm going to need you to chill the F out. Because you're not even preparing for any blowback. You're not even thinking, oh, I'm messing up Carter and Drew's situation. You're just thinking about Drew. You're not even seeing the long game of this being connected to Carter. I'm done. So Noma, she over there at dinner with Sterling while this is going on. So, of course, they're getting into the thick of things on how her money can make her problems go away, okay? Davis interrupts and pretty much tips her off that you got eyes and ears on you, man. We got undercovers inside, outside, every which way. Carter is on that ass, okay? So he whisked her off out of the meeting, and then they're in the car, right? And so she's asking, like, how did you know this? Like, what's going on? And he states that he has an inside guy that's close or linked to their task force. But Noma is going to figure all this out. And I'm sure that Davis is going to pay for this. Because that's the true only link to this Sterling situation. So, and the fact also in the vehicle, Noma mentioned Tariq and Monet being the ones that gave him the information. So it's not going to take long for Noma to put all this together, okay? She does have a little bit of sense. I'm just saying a little. She don't have a lot, but she have a little. But Davis questioned her, like, what are we going to do about Carter? She's like, we need to neutralize him ASAP, right? So Davis texts Tariq that Noma is activated, okay? She ready to go, okay? It worked easy. But we gonna see. We gonna see. This is actually gonna turn out bad for some people, right? So the next day, Kane and Noma, they meet with Nico because Kane told Noma that per Monet and Reek, this is Carter's right-hand man, and he is for sale. Okay, long as your offering is huge and bigger than Carter, what he's giving his mans, right? So this is the thing. Noma's going to get to a place where she's going to feel like everybody's out to get her. Because I feel like she's always going to feel at some level that Kane is always going to root for his mama no matter what. Yeah, Noma, does have benefits, but that bond between Kane and Monet, even though they beefing externally, internally, they always going to have that connection. They always going to find a way to save each other because they still saving each other as we speak. So I feel like Monet is going to have a situation or to a point where she realized she can't trust not near nobody, okay? She can't trust Kane. She can't trust Davis. She can't trust Reek. She can't trust Monet. So she's really going to be backed into a corner and she will have nobody by her side, okay? Not even her child. So, anywho, she tells Nico, pretty much, I know y'all dirty, okay? And once you agree to turn Carter into your authorities and superiors, I'm going to give you $500K. And that's on top of the $50K that Nico received for that meeting. And I'm like, you got $50K for a meeting that's 5 minutes long? Oh, Jesus Christ. But Nico was like, $500K is cute, but I actually want 7 figures, ma'am. And I want ongoing payments. So you want at least $1 million upfront and additional payments? And first of all, we left that meeting without the details. Like, we need to cross our T's and dot our I's. Like, how often are you expecting these payments? How much of 7 figures you are expecting? And what ongoing payments are you expecting? How long? Like, we need the details. We need the details, okay? But Nico, you're actually probably going to go too, sir. Everybody, I don't know why. It may be just a whole bloodbath the next 2 episodes because everybody got to go. So Nico, he goes back to the station, talks to Carter, and tells him that Noma tried to flip him, but he ain't take nothing. I'm like, oh, okay, that's probably going to come back to bite you because you did take $50K. But Carter was like, okay, agree to the deal, but it also agreed to meet in person for the first payment. So this is an interesting storyline too. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not really I can't say I'm invested like that, but I kind of like the spin of what Carter got going on with Nico. So speaking of spinning, Braden got my head spinning because he arrived at the hospital. Big bouquet of flowers. Happy to see his girl alive and well. Only for him to snitch on himself and her not being happy about the actions he took to avenge her. And she explains, like, you didn't need to avenge nothing because I'm over here breathing. I'm live and well. So she kicked him out because she said she can't handle the guilt. And I'm like, see, who got to roll up to the hospital and murk her? Because she is a loose cannon. And Tariq told you. He told you at the party. She cannot know anything because she's going to be over here snitching. Oh, my God. So, yeah. Tariq, murk L. And then, I'm sorry, you got to murk your homeboy. I'm sorry. I just got to say, you got to murk your homeboy. I'm sorry. Braden got to go. Braden got to go because you over here getting high before you do said actions. And don't get me wrong. I never did coke, but it's something about it to where people feel comfortable doing coke before they do things. Some people do coke before they perform at a concert. Some people, people used to do coke before they used to go on the court in NBA. Like, people be over here relying on the coke. So, maybe that's your Gatorade. I don't know, but this cannot be a habit because we already know Braden falls in love every 6 episodes. And not to the right girls, okay? The best one he probably liked was Kiki, but she over there in Cincinnati, Ohio, wherever the hell she is, trying to get her life together. So, Braden, you got to go too, sir, because she about to blow everything up. I'm sorry. She is blowing everything up. She know everything about the no-lie situation. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to spin this, but Elle needs to be silenced. What's up, Ray? How you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. Haven't seen you in a minute. Love seeing people pop up from back in the day. It seems like back in the day, but y'all know I'm exaggerating. But thank you for coming through, Ray. So y'all, we at the Penthouse. And Effie, she's over there confirming the particulars and the status of, Kane's social media presence and what have you. But Kane, he don't want to discuss none of that, okay? He want to make it clear, like, Effie, I love you. Well, he didn't say that, but that's pretty much what he's saying, okay? He say, I care about you, Effie. Like, just speak to me. Like, act like you got a pulse. So she's like, damn, why everybody's saying that? Like, I ain't got no goddamn pulse. But as we see, per her mama, why she ain't got no damn pulse. Oh, poor Effie. I just want to give her a big old church, big titty hug. Like, it just, girl, you need love. You need love, okay? But her main thing is that Kane wasn't the first one to divulge this information, because she was like, dang, you could have told me what was going on. Kane was like, okay, well, it's just business. She's like, see, I can deal with it. I can work with that. Okay, if it's just business, that's cute. I can work with that. Okay, but we were supposed to be friends. We were supposed to be cool. Like, you're supposed to have my back. And I thought you was the one person who understood me. And I'm like, I had to think about that line. I'm like, Kane will be the one person that understand you. Kane don't understand his goddamn self. Effie, you asking for a lot, ma'am. I'm sorry. And I get it. She tried to find, some comfort with Tariq. He's not truly emotionally available. None of y'all are emotionally available to be with anybody. That's what I'm saying. I just need therapy and some education and figure life out after that, because goddamn, like, Effie, you was asking a lot out of Kane, but based on her background, I guess she's leeching on to whatever she can leech on, right? So Kane was like, I do understand you. Like, we good. But this convo tells me that Kane is going to do all he can to save this young lady. And that can possibly be to his own detriment. So I'm trying to figure out how this little love square is going to work out between Kane, Effie, Davis, and Noma, because it's messy. And just the age gap of it all of Noma and Davis, because they're given, early 40s, and Kane and Effie. Like, that's a weird love square, okay? But we're gonna have to see what happens, you know what I'm saying? But we further hear more dialogue from Effie, pretty much saying, that's been the problem her entire life. Effie always got to look out for Effie. What happened, the one thing you told me is I just need to do one thing and I'm off the hook with Noma, like Kane. Like, what happened to that? And I'm like, well, Effie, that's not on Kane. Like, Kane is doing more than enough, okay? He went over there and went to a whole Caucasian woman house so you can get a laptop to prove that you ain't no snitch. Like, Effie, what more do you want? It's giving Tyrese. What more do you want from me? Like, damn, I'm doing as much as I can not to get you murked and myself murked, because we flying very much close to the sun, ma'am. But she don't see all that. I don't know how, but she really wants somebody to ride for her. But we already know she didn't get that with her mother. So she's trying to find someone to act in that place for her, that unconditional love. But Effie, Kane can't do all that. I'm sorry, ma'am. He just can't. He trying. But I feel like we're going to see him do all he can. And that's immediately what I thought when he proposed to Noma. Because I think Kane feels once he become in true partnership with Noma, he can make sound and equal decisions. And I think the decision he probably will want to have and make is to relieve Effie of her employment duties. But the problem is Kane is not understanding that he's not going to have any power with Noma if they're legally involved or not. Noma even told Davis, like, she's a one-woman show. One-woman show. Kane, you are a mere extra in her one-woman show. But we already know he's operating in the land of delusional, so there goes that, right? I'm just saying. Young Chevy said, PG, you giving Kane too much credit. He's simple as ain't thinking that far. See, that I sometimes don't think y'all give Kane that much credit. And like I said before, I feel like they write Kane like they write Tommy, right? Because they clearly have some level of street smarts. So I do feel like when it comes to street smarts, they do operate on a certain level where they're not complete idiots. But the problem is the writers make them go back and forth between having good follow through and good thought process, but then they further dumb them down with dumb actions and not following through. That's what I'm saying. They ping pong back and forth with these characters sometimes where it's like, okay, that was a cute little move. They were smart, but then they'll do something idiotic. Then they go back to the dumb mode. You know what I'm saying? So I do feel like Kane does have a game plan. I don't feel like he proposed to Noma to think, oh, I'm just going to be a partnership. I really think, and even that, he's trying to think long term. The whole season, he's been telling Effie and everybody else who'll listen, hey, I don't have no other aspirations. Effie, you want to play with robots. Diana want an education. Drew want to play with, paintbrushes. You know what I'm saying? He makes it clear, like, I got to secure my future. He said that. I'm trying to think for the future. Not saying what he thinks is always right and always the best plan, but he still, I feel like it's forward thinking on some level. So I do give Kane some credit. Yes, he has idiotic ways and moves, but I feel like under the tutelage of Mecca and drawing inspiration from Tariq, Kane has grown a little bit to be an independent thinker of some level. Because Lord knows, his mom could not ever formulate a plan without Tariq St. Patrick. DeMarcus, you said the Kane hate Israel. People underestimate Kane. Oh, this is a lot. That's a lot. You said those were the days, Ray. That is facts. Ray, you said, I think Tariq, Effie, Diana, and Rashad Tate will be in the next episode. Well, will be in the next show together, with Rashad Tate having a bigger role side by side with Tariq, similar to Mary J. Works for book 2 and goes, okay, I'm not mad at that. I'm a little annoyed that they scrapped Tate's spinoff, even though I feel like, I don't know if it was a financial decision or they didn't feel like it would get much traction or have an audience. But I would have been here for a Tate spinoff. I mean, when it comes to those political shows and all that drama and stuff, but maybe they was like, they trying to stay away from all that since we got enough political bull-ish happening in real life. Okay. What's up, SJ Smith? You said based on the trailer for the next episode, looks like Effie might be getting smashed. Tariq, and that's people are debating, is she with Tariq or is she with Kane? I even myself took a quick hot minute to try to, analyze the back and the muscleage. I made that up. The muscleage of the arm. Like, I tried to figure out, like, who was it? You know what I'm saying? Because I kept going back and forth. My first thought was originally Kane. But I'm like, well, Kane a little bigger than this. Maybe it's Tariq. But then I'm looking at the lighting. So I'm like, it's kind of dark. And we know Tariq and Kane, they're a couple shades, different. So I don't know. But I just got annoyed. And I'm like, you know what? F it. I'm just going to wait till next Thursday. Okay? I don't have the time. I don't have the time to be over here trying to analyze a goddamn photo and a 5-second clip. Anywho, Kane, he tells Effie, he always feels like he's getting back into a corner. And, he's like, you the one over here trying to leave and do robot-ish, but I got you no matter what, okay? And she was like, that's all I asked for. Kane, he do find himself in predicaments where he's getting back into a corner and have to choose a side. He kind of did that with his parents, and it's a lot. It's a lot with Kane, but I like the character. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. You say, Abdullah, you say I thought it was another girl. I'm not sure if you're talking about Effie. DeMarcus, you said Effie could be smashing Kane, but thinking about Tariq. I cannot deal with y'all. Y'all in this telenovela. I mean, this is telenovela, but okay, let's move on and wrap this up, you guys. So, Carter meets up with Noma, where Noma thought she was meeting up with Nico. But I'm like, hold up, regardless of who we meeting up with, why are we meeting up at night in the dark? I don't see you strapped. I don't see no bag of money. Like, what we doing here? Was we going to cash app Nico? Like, I'm confused. Like, I don't care. If I'm an international guns and arms dealer, I'm having no less than 2 bodyguards with me per any meeting. So this was stupid to me, but I got to move on. So Carter, he explains that Nico couldn't make the meeting. And, the mere fact that she approached and propositioned Nico, like, that got to come with some consequences, right? So Noma explained that Reek and Noma said that he was after her. And Carter was like, well, you were an unfamiliar face, and I wanted to know what you was about. But they were saying some ish about you, too. So I'm like, oh, Lord, here we go. Here we go. So, Carter shared with Noma that Tariq and Monet told him about her planning to bribe, the government official. And I immediately thought of Davis again. I'm like, oh my God, Davis, please be strapped anytime you leave the house, or actually make sure you're strapped inside the house. We know you be strapped in that house, but I don't know. Every time I think about Davis and Noma, it goes back to one of the first episodes when Noma and Obi went into Davis's crib, and he was pretty much saying like he have no regrets, because when she propositioned and lowballed Davis to snitch on Reek, he was pretty much, just saying like, nah, I'm good. I'm good on that. So I don't know. I always saw Davis possibly dying at the hands of Noma. And I wouldn't be surprised if Kane is involved in that. So Noma, she explains, we have a common enemy. Might as well make sure we have an aligned common goal. So let's be over here working together, cut out all the middleman rah-rah. Because I can offer you so much more. And she can, in a sense, what I'm saying? She's quote unquote international guns and arm dealer. Okay, that's more money. Okay. And Carter, what is he looking for? More money. But she also states that she's sure he can help her with some things too. And this is what I get really nervous, because all I could think about is Tasha being hella confident when she told Tariq about Monet not knowing she shot at Monet. I don't know why that just stays in my brain. So I'm a little nervous because the fact that Carter divulged to Tariq that he knows about his mother and her whereabouts, that always made me nervous. Like, that's going to be his big joker. And we already know when it comes to Tariq and his family, he's going to do any and everything to get back to them and to ensure their safety. So I don't know. I feel like Tariq would even snitch to Carter about somebody he loves in efforts to get back to his mama. I don't know. This is a lot. But I do feel like Carter will pit Monet and Tariq against each other, possibly, and maybe it has something to do with Tasha. I feel like they definitely is going to use Davis, and murk him, and it's giving Proctor. It's giving very much Proctor. Davis, you're in too deep at this point, sir, and there's no way out. No diddy. But I'm still curious about this Noma, Effie, and the Russian situation. I don't know. Like, I feel like Noma is going to line Effie up from a couple reasons. That line with Diana telling Noma, like, you better stop F with my brother, or Noma's going to pull a bullet in your head. So maybe we do see Effie and Kane smashing, and maybe Noma comes in or finds out about it, because at this point, Noma does not want anything interrupting her citizenship and her business and her money. And if Effie gets in the way with that, or she feels Effie is a threat, I can see her lining Effie up. Oh Lord, this is too much. And furthermore, with the mama coming in, I feel like the mother is validating Effie's story for us to sympathize of Effie death. Like, I don't know. I don't want to think about it no more, guys. And I'm getting sick to my stomach, okay? I'm getting sick to my stomach and I'm getting nervous. I'm getting nervous. DeMarcus, thank you so much for the super sticker. You said, who is smarter, Noma or Tasha? Ooh. My immediate thought is Tasha. Give me one moment, guys. One moment. Y'all don't remember. Don't. Tasha, she's a thought, don't get me wrong. But Tasha came up with a lot of great ideas that saved Ghost. And will just save them, honestly, because they were married. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't sleep on Tasha. Don't sleep on her. She definitely is very much smart. Okay. So I gotta choose Tasha. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's pretty much the episode. I ain't gonna hold you. This probably was my least favorite episode of the entire season. It's bad when I'm watching the credits, the ending credits, and ask myself, what happened? What just happened? Like it felt very lackluster, especially for episode 8. Episode 8's in Power History. That's normally to get me gotcha. You know what I'm saying? So maybe, they're setting us up for a great episode 9 and 10 and whatever may happen after. DeMarcus, you said this was an episode 7. Yeah, it was giving episode 7 vibes. If y'all want to let me know what y'all rate the episode, feel free to do so. Off first thought, I'll probably rate it maybe a 7. I feel like that's giving it a high rating, honestly. And I don't know. I just wasn't as entertained. I just kept feeling like I'm waiting for something big to happen. Not necessarily a death or what have you, but I don't know. I just feel like it fell flat for me, honestly. It wasn't that great. It just felt like a bunch of like edited scenes or cut scenes was thrown together into one episode. Honestly, just giving y'all my honest opinion. I'm not gonna lie, fake the fuck. Like I loved it. It is what it is. That's what happens when it comes to reviewing a show and giving your thoughts. Every episode ain't gonna be a 10 for every show you watch. It could be, but would that be a true, honest opinion? I don't know. Depending, I guess, who you're listening to and who you're watching. DeMarcus, don't do that. Okay, yes, Ghost called her a half-smart chicken head, but was she a half-smart chicken head when Ghost was relying on Tasha for all those ideas and all those alibis and for cleaning the books? He was just hurt because he lost the love of his life. Okay? Ghost was very much disrespectful. Okay? Miss Kira, you said you give it a 7. DeMarcus, 7. Jay, what's up? You said 7 out of 10. Kim, you said 7.5. But Kara says she give it a 4. Okay, she ain't playing. Yeah, so I think we're on the same page, you guys. It's giving very much C. Yeah, it's giving a C grade. It's giving average. Young Champ, you said 5. You was not feeling it at all. Young Champ, I'm just curious, like anything about the episode you liked? Not saying like, because I feel like when you give it a 5, that means it was all right, that there was something cute, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just curious. I don't know why. Yeah, Miss Kira's giving very much mid, okay? None of that Cali Kush. Okay? Young Champion says, too many stories to complete with 2 episodes left. And that's the thing. I think we're all harping on, and this is rightfully so. We're all harping on, okay, there's all these storylines. We got literally 120 minutes to wrap all this up. And, I think that's probably why everybody is thinking like, okay, we got to have another spinoff to continue this because there is no way y'all just going to leave us hanging. But I don't know. I want to think positively about it, but I can't. It's too much going on, y'all. They started too much. At the beginning of the season. for us not to expect closure. Like, what are we doing here? We need closure. Steven, you said if Monet lives and gets anything positive, I'll be annoying. That is facts. I was thinking that too. Actually, I was, thinking about her end game and what would I be happy with. I don't know. I don't care about. I don't know. I hate to sound like that, but I'm just over Monet's character. I've been over her character. She could have left season 1. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, it's lackluster to me. I'm sorry. Stevie, you said my predictions for episode 9. It's crazy, right? Because for book 2, I don't know. Maybe because it's ending and I'm kind of like frustrated about certain things. I don't know. I don't think about what's going to happen next on some level, but I just follow the dialogue and the actions. I do see Davis leaving us, okay? Because Noma, she's going to, of course, realize, okay, nobody knew about Sterling. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's going to put everything together. So I always felt that Noma is probably going to lure Davis and have a meeting in her bedroom. And I don't know, I can see some Hollow Knights type ish where she got a blicky under the pillow and, see, rockabye baby, like it's New Jack City. Like, I can see that. I can see her, maybe luring Davis there and having Kane finish the job. But I definitely think because Davis is probably got to be out of here. Braden, I don't know if he'll focus on Braden's episode 9. I don't know what else is more for Braden to do. He's a constant F up. He's a druggie. I don't know. We have the fake course correct situation, but I feel like Elle is going to block all of that. She can't. She claims she can't handle that. And she was kind of getting on my nerves too, because she's talking about, well, having this lifelong disease kind of, lets me know, or, made me understand that life is precious. I said, oh, was life precious when you over there, skiing on your nose every 5 minutes? Like, ma'am, don't give me that hypocrisy bullshit. I'm sorry. Like, girl, get out of my face. So I don't know. I feel like, I don't know if what Braden's in game is. It's definitely either or dead or in jail. Are we going to see a whole wedding, you guys? Are we going to get a wedding? Are we going to see the wedding? I don't know. Effie, I'm very much scared because I don't trust Noma. We still haven't finished the Russian situation. Like, we didn't have any fallout from that. Vadim is still out there gallivanting. Plotting probably. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. I'm still nervous about Tasha and Monet finding about, and even when Monet was in the bar with Tariq, the bar that Monet never uses. Yeah, that one. She even said to Tariq, anybody that put a bullet or a gun to my head deserves a bullet. She said something like that. And I thought about Tasha. Like, I don't know, every time Monet just has this little, vitriol, just this angst about getting payback, I think of Tasha. So I feel like that's going to be revealed. That has to be revealed. If they don't close that out, I mean, I can live with Monet not knowing that Tasha shot at her. I don't want her to really know. But I feel like that has to be like a good little nugget for them to kind of explore and, illustrate in the next 2 episodes. Because I feel like Monique, and that's a Lord, Monique, Tariq is going to find himself in a position. I feel like a lot of people is going to find themselves in a position where they got to choose. And Tariq is going to be one of them. Kane is going to be the other. I don't know. Like, Noma I would love for Kane to be able to swindle Noma out of her organization, but Kane is not mentally equipped to be a boss like that. So I don't know I don't know. He would need help. And I wouldn't even mind Tariq and Kane kind of putting, well, really Kane is the one that has issues, right? And I really don't even want Tariq in the game, but if he's in the game, I wouldn't mind if him and Kane kind of come into some agreement to run this organization. But Noma has documentations in place, so I don't even know legally if Kane will even be able to have access to Noma's, resources like that. I don't know. It's so much, guys. It's so much, and we just gotta take what they give us at this point. There's so much going on. Can they at least give us a hour and a half finale or something? Let me see what y'all talking about before I get out of here. Okay. Young champ, you say everybody did dumb-ish this episode. Braden, Diana, Monet, Drew. I feel like nobody won this episode. I try to find somebody who won. Nobody. Nobody won. I mean, this show is really, yeah, I don't know. It's just, this is definitely the show of dumb actions. Okay. Dexter, you said there are never consequences for the characters when they do bad things on this show. Not no real consequences, honestly. Steven used to actually some real reasonable fire predictions. If Kane really does kill Drew, those going to be crazy. I mean, the whole series built up sibling rivalry. Yeah, I don't want that to happen. Oh, I would hate that, honestly. I would not enjoy seeing one murk the other at all. At all. Now, I can see there being a predicament where they both have to choose between, their alliances and allegiance with other people and each other. But somehow, even though they always get mad at Monet on that family first BS, I do feel at the core that they all know at the end of the day, they're still going to choose their family over anybody else. I do still feel like they have some love there. Kane and Drew is just having a pissing contest, and I'm over it. I never liked that, but it is what it is. Miss Kira, you said a red wedding. Child, it may be. It may be. But yeah, that's about it, you guys. DeMarcus, you said Kane can't underestimate Anya. This is why Diana could smoke Anya. Ooh, Diana smoking Anya. Why would she need to do that though? I'm just asking. I'm just trying to play it out in my brain. I don't know. Oh well, the Tariq thing. Yeah. I think Diana is. I don't know. She's either going to distance herself more and more from the game or be fully enthralled. It's 2 more episodes, so I don't even know where they're going to take us. I just feel like Diana just such in a deep, depressive hole. I don't know if she has it in her to murk anybody else at this point. But we do see things coming up in a preview. So I don't know. I don't know, you guys. What do you want from me? I don't know. It's so many ways everything can go. It's exhausting mentally trying to figure it all out. So we just got to take it when it comes. And that be that. But that's all, you guys. I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate all of you for supporting me, watching, listening, liking, donating. I mean, y'all really did y'all big one today. So I appreciate y'all. On Wednesday at 8:15, I will be recapping OG Power episode 608, which is Keisha's last episode. And that's what I'm talking about. Episode 8. Supposed to have, you know what I'm saying? A little gimme gotcha, a little, va va boom, a little, theatrical situation. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy watching Tasha and Keisha fight for their lives. So that's on Wednesday. And of course, we'll be back here next week to discuss episode 9 of book 2. Okay, you guys. Well, thank you so much again. I appreciate y'all. Enjoy y'all week. Have a blessed week. And I will see y'all shortly. Okay, toodles.